So you're saying Mike is a legend?
Of course I'm saying that. He's helped so many people get licensed, and he's helping me get there, and he's doing a lot for this community and this generation and architects in general. He's definitely a legend in my mind.
You look good, you son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Young Architect Conference! Woo! Thank you for coming here. All right, team. Hands up, shut up. Hands up, shut up. See, I used to teach architecture to third graders. All right. How'd that go? Good. All right, who came here from the East Coast? Make some noise. Awesome. Who came from the West Coast? Make some noise. Did anyone come internationally? Make some noise. Who came the shortest distance? Is anyone from Southeast Portland? Yeah. Awesome. So what's going to happen today is we're going to have some kick-ass workshops, and I want you guys to get the most out of this weekend. There's so many amazing people here, and what excites me the most about the Young Architect Conference is bringing all of you guys together and getting you all in the same room. So keep meeting the people at this conference. And the last thing is to just explore Portland and have fun. Does that sound hard? All right, I want to talk about logistics. Guys, Joanna LaBounty, give her a round of applause. This is my boss. Joanna keeps the wheels on the bus. Joanna made this conference happen. We would not be here without her. Once I got my architecture license, I decided it was time for me to start my own business. I thought I was going to have a big architecture firm. I started the Young Architect blog. It took off like a freaking rocket. From there, I ended up writing a book. I got a boot camp coaching program, which helps people now get started studying for their architect exams. I've been traveling the country nonstop for the past 2 years, talking to people. And in some crazy way, and through a weird turn of events, it feels like I designed almost the perfect job for me that caters to all the skills that I have in doing exactly what I want to do. And so in this presentation, what we're going to do today is I'm not here to sell ideas. I'm not here to push entrepreneurship onto anyone. I'm really here to share my story. I believe hearing successful stories of other people is super helpful for helping kind of make your own story. That's why my whole podcast is about that. It's like, let's take these successful people and get them to tell their stories. So that's what this is. I'm here to share my story so you can create your own story. And so really, I want to help you adopt a new paradigm about making a living that begins with thinking about 3 principles. These 3 principles tie together. They tie together my whole story, and you're going to see how all these pieces fit together. The first is it's trading your time for dollars. How else can we make a living that's not selling your time to an employer, to a client, to a project? That's how architecture's practice, is we sell our time. How else can we make a living that's not selling your time? The second principle is finding a problem to solve, solving it, and monetizing it. I'll tell you right out of the gate, the problem that I solved was the architect exam. No one was talking about the architect exam from a realistic human point of view. And you go to school for all these years, and then you have to take these tests, and there's no real guidance, and there's no real deadlines. And so I figured out that problem, and I solved it, and I monetized it with a business. Now the third is establishing multiple streams of income. Back to that, I had all my eggs in one basket. When the next recession happens, how are you going to make a living when no one needs construction drawings? That was my problem. It wasn't that I was bad at my job or anything. It was just that no one was doing any construction, especially here in Portland. And my goal is to just plant these seeds. That's it. How can you implement these 3 ideas into your already busy life, in your career? I just want to plant the seeds. What we're not going to do today is we're not going to discuss the details of selling architectural design services or starting a design business. I'm not the guy for that. That's not what we're talking about today. I'm not here to tell anyone to quit your jobs do not quit your jobs until you figure this shit out first. There's so many entrepreneurship lectures or like starting your own business. People are like, quit your job, you know, everything's, become a travel blogger, it's so easy. Keep the job. I don't believe entrepreneurship is for everyone. And I'm not here to push any of these ideas onto anyone. You might walk away from this lecture and say, Mike or Sika, you are insane. I'm totally happy working for the company and my 9-to-5 job and my excellent health benefits. And there's nothing wrong with that life. And I highly respect it. And I'm not here to shame the practice of architecture at all. I'm going to talk about what I don't like about architecture. But at the end of the day, I love the practice of architecture and I have deep respect for it.
When I talk about stating the obvious, like Mike has actually done something different than anybody else, I think, in the industry. And when I say that is because he's just saying that, look, there's this generation of architects that have a voice that is louder than I think history combined in architecture. Because it's not like, hey, I want to actually have a good salary, raise a family, and build a life. I think the next generation of architecture speaks to purpose, it speaks to drive, and it speaks to a total evolution of the industry. Because everything that we interact with, like whether it be at that cafe across the street or the hotel that we're staying in, it's all architecture. Mm-hmm. Everything like this van is architecture, right? And I think this next generation of architecture that's about to come into and be those decision makers, be the people that are actually going to make those strong, bold design choices, have more of like I want to stroke my ego. It's not that. It's a like, no, we have a responsibility to change it, change what we're doing, change the industry, and evolve.
My mission, the Young Architect mission, is to help the next generation of architects succeed. I've had a lot of projects that haven't worked either. A couple of years ago, I had a project called the Young Architect Gear, where I was selling like t-shirts and like tote bags and backpacks, and like no one bought anything. It was kind of a waste of time. At one point, I thought I was going to build like a cross-country cycling, like the best bike website ever, and I was going to affiliate market it and this and that. And I started to build it, and I realized my audience was all these like crotchety old men who just like to make fun of me. And I was like, why aren't I channeling all my energy into Young Architect? And so like I've had a lot of failures along the way, but I don't even like look at them as failures because it all kind of like I learned so many things, and at the end of the day, it's like it's all kind of working towards something. And even though like the bike website kind of didn't really work out, or the stupid, clothing thing, there's been a lot of other things too. But it's all kind of come back and materialized in other different tools. So I always look at it as progress. Even if you make a failure and waste a bunch of money, which I've done on like silly things too, like who cares,
My entire life, I had incredible performance anxiety. And I just shared with Haley outside. My entire life. Up until about, honestly, not that long ago. But I was on a mission to build my own personal brand. I was on a mission to change people's lives. And so I had to get comfortable being up on this stage because I was on a mission. You wouldn't know that about me because I practiced this stuff a lot. Now I've given all these keynotes, and so it's gotten easier, it's not easy, it's easier. But you have to lean into this discomfort if you're on a mission to do something really cool. And in today's marketplace, that's how it is. And most importantly, learning how to tune out the noise will build your confidence, meaning focus on your own. Focus on this one path and say thanks but no thanks, right? That's you gotta build that, flex that no muscle if you really wanna stay focused, which is hard in the beginning. That's why I invest a lot in myself and have accountability, because it's hard sometimes when you're super ambitious and you're excited. But in order to build a personal brand, in order to be known for something, in order to stand out, we have to get confident being able to flex that yes and no muscle real quick. Burnout means you're putting in like 60, 80 hours a week, 60, 80 hours every single week at your job, but you feel like crap. You feel drained. You don't feel recognized. You don't feel emotionally like you're being fulfilled. You guys, that's almost 90%, or 1 out of 2. I mean, that's crazy high. When you are building a personal brand and when you are known for something, burnout decreases. 3 points that to grow your pitch in your 60-second pitch. 3 points. Who are you? What are you currently doing? And what are you looking to do? What are you looking to transition into? How can the person that you're speaking to help connect you, like we just talked about, to someone else? And this will evolve depending upon who you're speaking to. So we can't use the same pitch talking to a future boss versus a potential client or a potential friend or a parent. It's different. We have to be able to pivot depending upon who we're speaking to.
Bam! Bam!
Well, so you did it.
Yeah.
Hi, I didn't introduce
Yeah, Michael.
myself. Hi, Agata.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So I'm selling your boot camp to everyone. I'm just like, it's,
It's kind of a little cultish. Like, everyone's like, you gotta take the boot camp.
it's something with it. I said it's just. I just said for me, and we're just talking about the support, and she was saying how in Poland, how everyone's kind of like when they're studying, they're kind of like to themselves. I'm like, well, it's kind of like that here too. I mean, that's how I experienced it. Everyone was just in their own little bubble, and no one shared information, and no one talked about it, and until I met you, really, and you were the only person I had talked to, and you told your story, and I'm like, gosh, I was like, you know, everything I was telling you earlier, it's like, man, it's like, you sound like me talking, like everything you're saying is like, this is very inspiring.
Oh, good. You liked it?
It's very good, very good. So.
I'm so glad I came.
Yeah.
And she was asking, are you here just for this? I'm like, absolutely. I'm here because I wanted to, you know, meet you in person, and I wanted to thank you for your contribution, and like obviously come to Portland. I've never been here, so it's just a beautiful place, and I wish I was staying a little bit longer. so yeah, it's all good.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Hello, 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 hello! Guys! Everyone come in. All you folks outside, come on in. Here we go. We're gonna have a little chat. We're gonna have a little sit down. Guys, thank you for coming here. Thank you for coming to Portland. 90% of you do not live in Portland. Thank you for coming. I'm so grateful to have you here. And today we had a pretty good day. I had a really good day. And so I'm just super stoked about the next 2 days. And so keep enjoying yourself, keep hanging out, keep drinking drinks, keep eating the food, keep meeting more people, and just have a really good rest of the weekend. Thank you. Thanks for coming. All right, back to work, everyone.
Cheers, my friend.
Thank you.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Of course.
Yeah.
I loved your workshop this morning.
Yeah, you just kind of like get up there and tell the story.
Yeah. Marley was blown away too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She was like, that was fucking legit.
Yeah. No, Chad follows me around capturing video footage, and I mean, we're like slowly working our way towards making a movie, but yeah.
I came from India. I didn't have the enthusiasm to get into the exams. I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
But when I started
you hit it.
following you, I started following all the group, the A.R.E group. I thought I can do it, and I did it.
It's a huge fucking group.
Yeah.
The A.R.E Facebook group,
Yeah.
7,000 people in there. They're talking about the exams non-stop all fucking day long, all day long. Luke, what do you mean I pulled it off? You think I was gonna make it happen?
Well, here's what happened. Mike never revealed the ticket count to me. So I love him to death, but I didn't know if I was gonna walk into 6 people shuffling their feet, or the monstrosity over 100 beckoning, booming voices, outgoing. And what's up? I'm Ace. He should get the MVP.
Ace?
Which, that guy's a killer.
The Ace?
Yeah, Ace.
Oh yeah, MVP.
MVP for enthusiasm. Anyway, but yeah, I'm like, almost fell down.
It's for the recently licensed and recently graduated architecture school.
Let's take this off for you.
No, or if you host a giant fucking conference.
Okay.